Peace, peace. How y'all doing? Happy Saturday, happy Saturn day, and happy weekend. I hope that you all are feeling all right, feeling amazing, and in good spirits. And yes, Saturdays is ruled by the planet Saturn, which is fitting because I wanted to do a quick a quick analysis on transiting Saturn in Pisces. Currently, we have transiting Saturn in the sign of Pisces, and it is in retrograde. Now, also, let me say this first. If you have natal Saturn in Pisces, you're currently going through your Saturn return. We go through our Saturn return every 30 years. And if you're lucky to see the age of 90, you get to go through all three of your Saturn returns. So you have your first one at the age of 30, you have your second one at the age of 60, and then you have your third one at the age of 90. So if you're between the ages of 28, 29, 32, you're about to go through your Saturn return, or you're going through it if you have natal Saturn in Pisces. Now, what does that mean? Saturn return means that transiting Saturn has returned back to the area of the natal Saturn in your natal chart. Again, if you have natal Saturn in Pisces, transiting Saturn in Pisces is at that point of natal Saturn in your chart. And it just simply means, it means a lot of different things, but for the sake of the video, your Saturn return is just you leveling up, you learning all of the lessons that you needed to learn until up until that moment in your life. You have a set of lessons that you have needed to master at the age of 30. You have a set of lessons that you need to master at the age of 60, and then at the age of 90, if we're fortunate enough to see the age of 90. And that's simply what it means. Now, if you haven't mastered those lessons that you needed to learn by the age of 30, chances are you have to learn those lessons over again. And so it's important for you to really take this time to reflect and really make sure you've mastered whatever lessons it is you needed to master, so that you can level up in your life the way that you need to level up. It's just simply about leveling up, going to the next level. An example of somebody that's going through their Saturn return is Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if you guys, follow her or anything like that, or a fan of hers, but she did a photo shoot and in honor of going through her Saturn return. And hopefully, she has learned the lessons that she needed to learn up into this point in her life. We'll see how things unfold for her. But I think it's beautiful that a celebrity, somebody of her caliber, knows and is aware that, okay, I'm going through this phase of my life, and it don't have to be a bad thing. Like, I'm embracing it, turning lemons into lemonade. So good for her. But let me explain to you guys what Saturn in Pisces means real quick, and then I'm going to read these messages that I've channeled for you guys. Saturn is planet of karma. Saturn is considered the daddy of the zodiac. Saturn is the planet of structure. It is the planet of boundaries. Saturn is the enforcer of boundaries. Saturn is your career. Saturn represents our career. Saturn is also our authority figures in our life. Now, Pisces is the planet of compassion, and Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune does not like boundaries. Neptune dissolves boundaries. So you see how these two energies clash, and it's retrograde. So there's definitely a power struggle with these two energies, with Saturn being that enforcer of boundaries, and Neptune not liking boundaries and dissolving boundaries. There has to be a delicate balance, song and dance that takes place with these two energies. Now, as a collective, some of us could be experiencing some sort of um, maybe where we were limited in our spiritual beliefs, because Neptune is the planet of spirituality and creativity. So wherever we may have had boundaries, maybe with our creativity, our passions, our spiritual beliefs, some of those boundaries can be dissolving. Also, where we maybe there were certain areas in our lives where we were working too hard, and now Saturn and Pisces is coming in and saying, you know what, you don't have to work so hard. Take it easy, take it light. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to work smarter. Maybe instead of doing it over here this way, maybe you need to do it over here this way. Maybe a lot of us are gaining a new and different perspective how we look at spirituality, how we see spirituality, because remember, Neptune is the planet of spirituality, and with Saturn being there, is the enforcer of boundaries. So Saturn is coming in to blur the lines, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I have I have the 11th house here, friends. So maybe the way you see your friendships, your friend groups could be changing. Also, I never meant to hurt you, no closure, blessings shattered. Overall energy is Queen of Swords. I have Three of Swords in reverse. Boom. I have the Strength card. Boom. That's Leo energy. And then I sound like the kids. I work with high school kids, y'all. Sometimes I might say some slang stuff. Love me through it. And then I have Eight of Cups right here. All right, y'all. So straight up, there is somebody in your energy that regrets putting you in a third party. Okay, whoever this person is that put you in a third party, they 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 regret hurting you. They never meant to hurt you. They don't have any closure behind what happened. I mean, they probably are an idiot, but this person had you in a third party. They lied to you. They lied to you. There was a bold faced lie, lied to your face about this third party. And you caught this person in a lie. And as a result, you walked away from this person. You walked away from this situation. You knew your worth. You knew your value. You was like, you know what? At first it was hard for you to walk away. At first it was hard for you to let go, maybe because you really was in love with this person, or maybe because you just really didn't know. You felt like your world was crumbling from around you, and you really wasn't sure, should I walk away, should I hold on? But the universe brought you a big bold ass neon bright ass sign showing you this person is playing on your top. So you found the strength, you walked away from this person, you released it, you let it go, you gave it to the universe, and this person regrets it. This person regrets playing on you, playing with you. um they they regret putting you in that third party. But the really really sad part is it wasn't even worth it, because they're not even with that person anymore. That third party that they fooled around with you with, whether you was the third party or they was the third party, it don't even matter. They regret it. It hurt everybody in the end, and they regret you walking away, because you the one that walked away. They didn't walk away. They could have walked away. For some of you, they could have walked away. It don't matter. Somebody walked away, and they truly regret walking away. But this person definitely wants to spin a block. They want to come back. The reason why this person hasn't, they will reach out to you, but the reason why you probably haven't heard from this person yet is because they're afraid. They feel like you crazy, and you got a pocket full of blades, a pocket full of knives, and you gonna throw them at them. They might deserve it, but they scared. They're scared you might cuss them out. You might go off on them, or you might got this person blocked. Whatever it is, they they're afraid to reach out because they don't know what type of reaction they're going to get when they reach out to you. So yeah, that's what's coming through for you guys. I'm not the moral police. I'm not here to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You want to take this person back, you want to cuss them out, I don't know, I don't care. I'm just a messenger. That's what I got for you guys. All right, y'all be easy, y'all take care of yourselves. All right, until next time, bye bye.